Welcome back. It's fourth and goal, everybody. Today we have Jamie.
Good morning.
We also have Bill and Eric.
Good morning.
Of course, we have Tommy.
What up?
Special guest today, we've got Wally.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome back. It's fourth and goal. All right. Well, we're getting some double feedback from you, Wally. If you can mute up.
There we go.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay. How's everybody doing here in chat today? Who do we have here? Look at this. Oh, we've got Croissant. We've got Judd. We've also got Flower. Good morning, Flower. We have Butterfinger. Good morning. Of course, it wouldn't be the same without Mortal Kombat today. Dustin, let's go. Killing time. Good morning. DJ Haas is here, everybody. Look at him. James, good morning. James Landrum. I don't know, James been here before? I don't know. But if not, welcome.
I've seen him around, but I've never seen him in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's around, but it's the first time I've seen him in here. But yeah, James is their buddy on the other channel. But
awesome.
Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Good. Nice to see you. Crazy Ones is here. We got Papa Duke, CPP WAP in the house. Awesome. V-Dub, good morning. He wants some Turducken. Oh, look who's here, guys. It's Mary Lou. Good morning, Mary Lou. And we've got Joe. Joe's here. Good morning, Joe. The Rip. Good morning, Rip. Who else? Anybody else? I think that's about it. Oh, no. Tom B is in the house. Good morning, Tom. What else? We've got... we've got the WAP. The WAP ladies. One of them's here. Anyways.
It looks like, yep, killing time.
Yep. We've got Morning Fuckers, Cruppy in the house. Oh, we also have Oscar the Grouch. Good morning, Oscar. Nice to see you.
Good morning.
Mel's
How about
here.
them Bills?
Yeah, the Bills. Oh, my God. They're doing good.
Finally.
Okay, guys. Well, we had some great games last week. We had some very interesting movement as well, too, as far as our picks go. I definitely wanted to talk about that a little bit. So, if you guys can recall, last week we had a tie for first place, which would have been myself and the chat, with Janie being real close. So now, after this last week's games, I scored 7 right, the worst out of everybody, and I'm sitting at 91. I am not in first place anymore. Janie, she scored 11 right, and she's at 90, and so she's gaining ground. Tommy, you got 9 right last week, and you're at 85. Eric and Co., you got 9 right. You're at 79.
Hey.
A little bit of work to do, but you can get there. And then, of course, we have our chat, who is in first place now. They scored 11 right out of the picks.
Woo-hoo.
95 is your score. So you've taken a significant lead, at least a 4-game lead. So good job, chat. Love hearing that.
Yeah, chat's killing it.
Yep, absolutely. And, obviously we have our special guest up here today. This is Walmart 1-2, better known as Wally. And Wally is an interesting cat. He definitely likes the Tennessee Titans. He likes the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe you like another team, don't you, Wally?
I was a Bears
the Eagles, the Redskins, the Raiders, the 49ers, the Broncos every
The
other
Lions.
Sunday.
Yep. Which is
He's
good,
an
right?
all-around kind of guy. He's a football fan.
He definitely is a football fan, and we welcome you here. Oh, well, look at this.
Oh,
What? He's got the turkey hat on.
I think he's a Turducken fan,
He
too.
might be a turducken. Absolutely. So we got some. Obviously, this is our Thanksgiving edition, and we're going to be talking a lot about Thanksgiving history and memories around the NFL. So I think you guys might enjoy this one. Anybody in chat? Do you guys have any of your favorite type of Thanksgiving games that you guys can remember? Or anybody on the panel? Anybody remember any significant ones that stood out?
Oh, I mean, pretty much all of them. It's such a tradition. We're going to talk about some of the most memorable ones throughout the show today, but I think every Thanksgiving Day is an exciting day for us football fans.
Absolutely. Raiders Cowboys overtime in 2021.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because obviously Dallas plays every Thanksgiving and Detroit plays every Thanksgiving too, which is, two major teams that are supported up here. So I do find that interesting as well too. I don't know if that's ever going to change. I don't know if, you kind of think it would at some point. I don't know though, because it's kind of
I don't
historic.
know. It's historic. It's been around. I mean, the Lions, as we're going to talk about today, started this back in 1934.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until the 60s that the Cowboys did it. And I think it's probably going to stay that way. I mean, they've added other teams, obviously, but nobody that is considered, at home every Thanksgiving on their home field.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
It is. It is pretty cool. Papa Duke, he puts this in here, which is actually kind of an interesting concept. Dallas and Detroit need to play each other. That might be a good thing to do, actually. Now, I do know over recent. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, but we did not used to have a night game on Thanksgiving for many years, right? That just happened a few years ago, right?
Because there was no Thursday night football.
Right.
Then
Oh,
Thursday night football
That makes
came
sense.
around, and it's obviously on Thanksgiving. So
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm.
Absolutely. Killing Time says the Rams haven't played a game on Thanksgiving. Last game was in 1976. Wow. And they should start rotating them more, I would think, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it works,
Mhm.
Papa Duke says Dallas and Detroit need to play each other every Thanksgiving. I don't think you want that, Jaz.
You know what? I kind of would
No.
like that. I think that would be kind of cool. I think when Dallas is playing good, obviously, I think it would be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding. LJZ, good morning. Welcome to the show. All right, everybody. So we do have some things here going on today. I think we should probably get right into it. And we'll start. I think we're going to go ahead and start with Eric. If you want to go ahead and maybe talk about some special injuries today.
All right. And since this is the Thanksgiving edition, I will be reading the injuries for the day and then the Friday game too. So starting off with the Chicago Bears, running back DeAndre Swift, questionable with a groin injury. And another big one for them, Keenan Allen is also questionable with an ankle injury. And I tried to find out more information about whether they were actually going to play or not, but I think it's going to be like a game time decision type thing. So on to the Detroit Lions. They have 3 cornerbacks out. One's questionable, actually. Ennis Rexstraw Jr., I probably butchered that name. He's out with hamstring. Taron Arnold out, groin. And Emmanuel Mosley has a pectoral injury, and he is questionable. And that's 3 cornerbacks. That's a little rough for any team.
Yeah.
Then on to the Dallas Cowboys. We all know about Dak Prescott. Also, cornerback Trayvon Diggs is out with a groin and a knee injury. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks out with a knee injury. And tight end Jake Ferguson out with a concussion. On to the New York Giants. Wide receiver Bryce Ford Wheaton has an Achilles injury, and he is questionable. Micah McFadden and Darius like Masu, I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, but they're both linebackers. They're both questionable. One with a heel, and Darius with a hamstring. Miami Dolphins quarterback Kendall Fuller, concussion out. That's a big one for them. And safety Patrick McMorris is out with a calf injury. Green Bay Packers cornerback Jair Alexander out with a knee, and linebacker Ed Guerin Cooper with a hamstring. They are both out. And the Kansas City Chiefs defensive end Charles Omenua, I cannot pronounce that last name, but he is out with a knee injury. And bigger one for them actually is running back Isaiah Pacheco is out with an ankle injury, so that's kind of rough. Because Patrick Mahomes is not having his best season, probably relies more on the running back. On to the Las Vegas Raiders. They have two cornerbacks out. Jacarian Bennett out with a shoulder. Cornerback Nate Hobbs. He's questionable, but I heard doubtful. And he has like an ankle injury. They also have a couple of running backs out. Alexander Matson, ankle, and Zamir White as a quadricep. And those are all the Thanksgiving games as well as the Friday game.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. So, a question that did come into me privately here was do you guys have, especially like Wally, I'm really interested in your answer to this, but what are some of your fondest Thanksgiving memories with football?
I remember going to my cousin's house, big Thanksgiving dinner. That's when it was actually, we would all sit around watching a big screen TV in somebody's basement with turkey and watch the games. Never forget those,
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Good memories.
very good. I used to love it. Watching on the big screen, when the big screens were that heavy duty TVs.
Yeah, the 19-inch
Yeah, the 19-inch heavy
screen.
heavy
Console TVs. Yeah, and now you have your own family. Does your daughter enjoy Thanksgiving Day football?
Not really. She goes to the other room, tells Grandpa, "Nah, I'm bored. I'm gonna go play Minecraft." My wife will. She loves watching football. She used to sit on her dad's lap every Sunday and watch games with him. And
Who's your wife's favorite team, Wally?
You don't really want to know, do you? She actually has two.
Is it the Chiefs? Oof.
No, she is a Dolphins fan, and she is a Colts fan.
See, that's cool. Better than Chiefs.
Yeah, better than Chiefs.
Yeah, for me, I kind of always felt like Thanksgiving was a little bit boring, as a child growing up. But I always enjoyed the football, and we would throw the pigskin around before the meal, and we couldn't wait till after the meal to throw it around and have fun with
We
that.
used to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, and get some football in between. You don't really know everything that's going on when you're young, but you enjoyed it for what it was worth. But
Yeah, all the kids on the block or the neighborhood and the family would get together and make teams and play. Yeah, it was all part of the day.
Absolutely.
While mom and dad and the elders that had worked all day putting it together fell asleep and napped after eating their turkey.
Sure. Tommy, what about you? What did you like to do?
That's what we did too, man. We always played football. Every year the whole family played football. Neighbors, little football in the asphalt street.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
know, the asphalt on top of it.
Uh-huh.
Eric, what about you?
We just ate our big dinner and Me and my dad are really the only people that are into football, so it was just me and my dad watching games.
All
It was
right.
great.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's fun, right? You get the day off, and then what do? You basically get ready then, and what, around 7 p.m. Then you go hit the stores for Black Friday sales, or what are you thinking?
I've done that before. I've gone to the mall at midnight, and it was fun as hell.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess it's an experience once. So that's something I don't want to do, though, to be honest with y'all.
Not
I'd rather
anymore.
just shop
I
online.
think that's a thing of the past. Honestly, I don't think anybody's doing
Yeah.
that anymore because they do it online and then like the whole week. I
Yeah,
used
It's
to
like,
think
Yep.
it would
Yeah.
ruin Thanksgiving, man. People would leave early to go to I didn't do it. I never
the
did it.
mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing in lines for hours and just
yeah. It's a little tough. And then Janie, I know that you being a wonderful mother and cook that you are, you probably hosted lots of Thanksgivings, right?
Oh boy, yeah. Not only for family, but we were military. So all of the sailors that didn't have family and were away from home came to our house for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was a big day, and they were all football fans. And I have been a football fan since I was knee high to a grasshopper, sitting in the living room with mom and dad doing somersaults over the Detroit Lions, losing most of the time, but there was times that they won.
Sure.
And yeah, but it was a big thing for our family for sure. Both my brothers played, all the way through.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Well, good deals. I'm sure everybody's got their own memories of it, and I think as you get older, you start appreciating it more a little bit and spending time with the family and enjoying the football. The games on there. It's just fun. Let's see here. What is Killing Time says? We all had so much better of a childhood than the new generation. I mean, yeah, I
mm,
mean, I believe that to be true, but it might be debatable as well too.
hmm
But
I
yeah, I
tend
think
to
that's great.
agree with it.
Yeah, for sure. All righty. Well, everybody, I think we should probably start getting really into things. So why don't we cover your ears for a second? All right. Time for Janie's fun and interesting football news. Take it away, Janie.
Thank you, Jay Faz and Eric, for that injury report. All right. Well, for football fans everywhere, Thanksgiving Day has become a tradition as old as time. It's a day filled with high school football, the Macy's parade, family gathering together with the aroma of all our favorite foods filling the air, the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys on the big screen, and of course, the famous Turducken. This year's NFL lineup will begin once again at Ford Field, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with the Bears will go up against the Lions, followed by the Cowboys and the Giants later in the afternoon. Both are divisional matchups. Rounding out the Thanksgiving NFL games is the Miami Dolphins facing off with the Green Bay Packers. This will be the first meeting between the two teams since the Packers won on Christmas Day 2022. And speaking of Christmas, Thanksgiving weekend will also feature a Black Friday game between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. There are few things in life better than settling down on the couch after eating an enormous plate of food for some Thanksgiving football. And that's what we are all gearing up to do. In fact, it's tough to think of a more American experience than pigskin on the television and turkey on the table. The Detroit Lions started this tradition and have played at home on Thanksgiving Day every year since 1934, except when the games were paused during World War II from 1939 to 44. This annual holiday tradition expanded to add a home game for the Dallas Cowboys in the 1960s. And in 2006, the NFL added a third game with no specific host team. This Thursday, the Lions will play their 85th Thanksgiving Day game. The Lions and Cowboys Thanksgiving games have become a staple of American culture, symbolizing the intersection of sports and holiday traditions. For many fans, watching the Lions and Cowboys play on Thanksgiving Day is as integral to the holiday as the meal itself. While there was a time in this nation's history where football wasn't played on Thanksgiving, the truth is that Turkey Day football has been around longer than it hasn't. America is currently 248 years old, and we've been playing football in some way, shape, or form on Thanksgiving since 1876. That's 148 years of Thanksgiving Day football. So, why do the Lions and Cowboys always play at home on Thanksgiving? What does the day look like for the coaches, players, families, and fans who put their holiday celebrations on pause to take part? And how many thousands of pounds of food is served at the stadium? Well, I wanted to take a look at these players, teams, and the history behind these Thanksgiving Day games that we all love so much and have made a part of our special day, and share what I found out with you. How did Thanksgiving tradition begin? Early in the year 1934, a man named George A. Richards purchased a high school football team out of Portsmouth, Ohio, called the Spartans, and moved them to the Motor City, where he renamed them the Detroit Lions. Wanting to bring a larger audience to both the game and his new team, he scheduled a holiday matchup between the Lions and the Bears. Richards had connections with the NBC officials, and he used those connections to establish a network of 94 radio stations to broadcast the game, not just in the Chicago and Detroit area, but nationwide. It was November 29th, 1934, that the Detroit Lions took on the back-to-back world champion Chicago Bears in the first widely broadcast Thanksgiving Day game. They did so in front of 26,000 cheering fans at the University of Detroit Stadium, where the Bears won 19-16, and the turf and turkey tradition was born. 32 years later, in 1966, then general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, Tex Schramm, decided that he too wanted more national publicity for his team and joined the tradition. This was long before the Cowboys were known as America's team. So on Thanksgiving Day that year, they played the Cleveland Browns, beating them 26-14 at the Cotton Bowl. The NFL did worry that they wouldn't pull a large enough crowd, so they guaranteed the Cowboys a certain amount of gate revenue. Over 80,000 fans packed the stadium, and another team joined the tradition. The Cowboys have played on every Thanksgiving Day since, except in 1975 and 77, when then Commissioner Pete Rozelle wanted to see if the St. Louis Cardinals could build their own popularity under coach Don Coryell, whose team was nicknamed the Cardiac Kids because of their exciting finishes. So he scheduled them to host Thanksgiving games in those 2 years, but the Cardinals lost both games decidedly, and Rozelle went back to Schramm to ask whether the Cowboys would take Thanksgiving back. Now, 9 decades later, Thanksgiving Day football has become a staple in homes around the country, with more than 34 million fans tuning in. The two other teams that frequent the holiday tradition are the Bears and Packers. So, what is it like to play on Thanksgiving? Well, Cowboys guard Zach Martin has grown accustomed to playing on Sunday and Monday night games, but There's something different about playing on Thanksgiving. Martin grew up in Indianapolis and starred at Notre Dame before the Cowboys made him a first-round pick in 2014. It may be different to the outside world, Martin said, but for us, I think it's different because it's just that tradition that the Lions and Cowboys play on Thanksgiving. I didn't grow up a Cowboys fan, but I always knew they played on Thanksgiving. So coming down here to be a part of it is pretty cool. After the game, the Martins will eat at AT&T Stadium before returning home to relax, and their traditional Thanksgiving meal comes on Friday. Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown is gearing up to play in his fourth NFL Thanksgiving game with the team. Though to him the experience is not so unusual, playing on Thanksgiving in the NFL is a big tradition and one that he has embraced. It's fun, and everyone's tuned in on Thanksgiving. Everyone is watching football. I remember as a kid watching Thanksgiving football while gathered together eating all of the family faves and then going outside to throw football with my friends. And now I'm doing what I love most with friends and family on my home field. It doesn't get any better than that. How do the players celebrate Thanksgiving? Well, generally, it doesn't happen until the next day when both the Lions and the Cowboys celebrate with their families at home. How did the teams give back to the community? The Cowboys opened the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign at halftime of every Thanksgiving game. Since 1997, nearly $3 billion has been raised. Aiding the Salvation Army is a long-standing priority for Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. He and his daughter Charlotte have led multiple initiatives year-round with the Salvation Army, from raising money with the 50-50 raffle at games to holiday initiatives that benefit local communities. In most years, Cowboys players will visit a Salvation Army shelter in Dallas or Fort Worth and feed early Thanksgiving Day meals to those in need. Many players bring their wives and children to help. The Lions also give back to the community during Thanksgiving week, distributing 2,500 meal kits with whole turkeys at 6 different locations throughout Metro Detroit. Each kit contains approximately 26 pounds of food: turkey, vegetables, stuffing, potatoes, macaroni and cheese, gravy, all the fixings. And they will be distributed to about 56,000 people. Players and their families, along with other volunteers, join to assemble the kits. What are some of the season ticket holder traditions? Well, there's a tailgating group of more than 100 die-hard Lions fans known as the Pilgrims, who have been gathering since 1991. They begin bright and early at 9 a.m., typically in the parking lot of Detroit's Eastern Market. Usually, they cook about 4 turkeys, and each signs up to bring a side dish. The dishes are named based on the teams that the Lions are facing. For example, Bears stew and mac and not Packer cheese. How about perhaps the most famous Cowboy season ticket or suite holder, Roger Staubach? The Hall of Fame quarterback, better known as Captain America, usually holds an annual Turkey Bowl game at AT&T Stadium on the day before Thanksgiving. Team dinners the night before Thanksgiving is not necessarily a team turkey dinner for the Cowboys, but turkey and all the fixings are available for the players if they want. Most stick with their traditional night before the game meal of either steak, chicken, fish, or pasta. Given how most people feel after wolfing down their turkey, mashed potatoes, and stuffing, it's probably a wise choice, especially this year. The Lions don't have a big team Thanksgiving dinner either, as most of the guys would understandably rather eat at home with their family. Traditional Thanksgiving fare is typically served to players the day before the game. What do the Thanksgiving dinners at the stadium look like? For all the Cowboys suite holders, as well as those with access to club areas and press box, a traditional Thanksgiving Day meal is served. Here's the breakdown of food that was served last year, according to Legends Hospitality. 16,320 pounds of cowboy mac and cheese, 5,410 pounds of ham, 212 gallons of heavy whipping cream, 252 gallons of cranberry sauce, 2,680 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes, 13,515 pounds of turkey, 5,130 pounds of cornbread for the stuffing, 310 gallons of gravy, 450 pounds of pecans for pies, 830 pounds of fresh green beans for bowls and hand pies, 970 pounds of pumpkin pies, 2,340 pounds of sweet potatoes, and 260 pounds of greens for salads and sides. At Ford Field in Detroit, the stadium's culinary hospitality team will get the day started at 3 a.m. To ensure that everything is ready to go ahead of the 12:30 p.m. kickoff. For fans in the stadium, previous years featured turkey legs, loaded sweet potatoes, and bourbon spiked cider. A more extensive Thanksgiving meal is served to suite members. And here's the breakdown of food by the pound according to Levi Restaurant last year. 4,100 pounds of turkey, 1,800 turkey legs, 3,200 pounds of mashed potatoes, 110 gallons of gravy, 2,200 pounds of stuffing, 55 gallons of cranberry sauce, 720 pounds of green beans, 500 pounds of corn on the cob, 3,700 slices of pie, and 4,000 Bloody Marys. Whew, that is a lot of food. So now I thought it would be fun to take a look back at some of Thanksgiving's best moments. In 1974, backup quarterback Clint Longley took over for a concussed Roger Staubach, with the Cowboys trailing Washington 16-3. Longley rallied Dallas and capped off the comeback with a 50-yard touchdown pass to Drew Pearson with just 28 seconds left in the game to edge out the win on Washington 24-23. JFS, can you run that clip?
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving Day 1974. Big game as usual between the Redskins and the Cowboys. And Roger Staubach gets knocked out of the game early. Redskins are comfortably ahead.
The Cowboys' backup quarterback at the time was a rookie named Clint Longley, who really hadn't played at all.
The game and Dallas's destiny was in the hands of Clint Longley.
Apparently, no one told this 22-year-old that he was supposed to be nervous.
He just started throwing deep passes, and one after another after another.
Our number 4 one-shot wonder led the Cowboys back into the game, throwing for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns in the final quarter and a half.
Reporters next to me scrambling through their press books trying to say, who the heck is this guy? It just happened. It was just there. And it was like, it was just tumbling down the hill and they couldn't stop it. Get out of the way.
His long bomb to Drew Pearson won the game with under a minute to play.
And after the game, one of the Cowboy linemen, Blay Nye, said in referring to how unprepared Clint Longley was, he said this victory is a triumph for the uncluttered mind.
And forever he'll be remembered as the Cowboy on Thanksgiving Day that won that game and also punched out Roger Staubach.
Yes, Longley made news once more in training camp in 1976.
The story as it goes in Dallas is that game went to Clint Longley's head and gave him an inflated sense of who he was and what his role within the Cowboys organization should be.
He said something about me one day, and I told him, don't ever say anything about me to any of my teammates. Say it to me with my face. A few days later, he did something to me. He hit me from behind and just completely, that's exactly what happened. I mean, his story that I was facing, even saying something to him was a lie.
Looking back on it, you don't have an explanation for something like that. It was two men getting on each other's nerves, and it seems very unlikely, one of the most unlikely things that could have happened.
Of course, he left immediately, ran, and I've never seen him since that day.
To prevent Staubach from probably physically killing Clint Longley, the Cowboys cut him immediately, put him in a car, and sent him to the airport, and I'm not sure Clint Longley's been heard of since.
The last thing that we heard, he was selling carpet remnants out of the back of a van in Marfa, Texas.
Oh. From hero to zero. All right. Well, in 1980, after an early 17-3 lead, the Bears rallied to defeat the Lions 23-17 in overtime behind Dave Williams' 95-yard kickoff return. It was the first overtime game on Turkey Day. Jay-Vaz, can we?
There have been 5 overtimes this year, and this is the first one that there has ever been in this stadium. Fielded by Williams at the 5. Williams breaks out of the pack. Dave Williams to the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. They win it on the kickoff after overtime.
That's his first touchdown this year.
The Bears get 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter of regulation time. They win the coin toss. That might have been just as big as the kickoff return.
Oh, what a play. That ball will probably go on a mantelpiece somewhere.
Yeah, I remember that game. I threw the gravy.
I love
It was bad.
footage too. You know, it's crazy how their uniforms have definitely
Changed.
what they are now.
No kidding. No kidding.
Back when the Bears were good.
Yeah, back when the Bears were really good.
All right. Next is 1982. The New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor returned a 97-yard pick six for a 13-6 win over the Lions. Oof.
Yep, we're gonna play this one because it's good to see the Lions lose a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I know you're enjoying this. Yes.
Danielson looking outside. He throws. Picked off by Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor down the sideline. Don't think he can't run. Lawrence Taylor's going to go and burn them all. 97-yard touchdown interception by Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, LT was brutal though. He really was.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking when that happens. Moving along, 1993, Cowboys defensive tackle Leon Lett inexplicably tried to recover a blocked game-winning field goal attempt. The ball was booted forward by Lett and recovered by the Dolphins at the 2-yard line. Miami connected on its next field goal attempt and won 16-14. Play it for us, please, Jay-Vaz.
Blocked. The Cowboys will win. Wait a minute. Williams in the end zone. No one covered it. If Miami did, that could be a touchdown if Miami has covered it.
92, Tolbert gets his hand up in the air and knocks the ball. No, it's not 92, it's 97.
Jimmy Jones.
Now someone touches the football here. Watch what happens. It's Leon Lett. No!
The field goal was touched beyond the line by the receiving team. The kicking team then recovered the ball in the field of play and slid into the end zone. However, since the ball was still a kick, it's down when the kicking team recovered the ball.
The kicking team gets awarded the ball at the spot in the field of play. The Dolphins pull it out.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to
It's
watch.
very tough. Very tough. All right. And on November 27th, 1997, Barry Sanders and the Lions crushed the Bears 55-20 when Sanders rushed for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. You know what's coming, don't you, J Pass?
I do.
40. Mitchell gives to Sanders. Sanders has got some room to operate. Barry Sanders inside the 10, touchdown. Unbelievable. Can he accelerate? Sanders again. Shakes another. Barry Sanders touchdown, his second of the day. It's amazing. Just amazing. 34-20. The Lions lead, and here's Sanders again. Sanders will score his third of the day. He is absolutely amazing.
Oh, man, he was really good. Sorry
What
about
a
the video
player.
quality on that one, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but we get the gist of it. He was amazing.
That was
Okay.
a good.
In 1998, Vikings rookie Randy Moss had only 3 catches, but all 3 went for a 50-plus yard touchdown in 46-36 win over the Cowboys. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 163 yards. J-Faz, can we take a look at that one, please?
Robert Smith is back from Minnesota. And he is throwing it back to Cunningham, the old flea picker. And open is Randy Moss, and in the end zone is a Minnesota touchdown.
Yep, you know they were going to do it. The fans knew they were going to do it. The Dallas Cowboys knew they were going to do it. You knew they were going to do it early, where Randall Cunningham just gets that ball, and he just chucks it deep to Randy Moss. That was off a flea flicker on the right side.
That flea flicker, though.
Defender. He takes a
Great.
little bite. Here's
It was
Kevin
great.
Smith here, and you're going to see him take a little bite there. He looks back. He sees the pitch, and by now it's too late. Because it's to this Viking team.
Here's Cunningham back to throw it and going deep. And
I
he's got
remember
Moss.
Cunningham,
There's a
too. He
flag
was
on the
good.
play, and Moss has caught the pass and is in the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Just throw it as far as you can.
This guy is amazing. Randy Moss is amazing. Randall Cunningham is amazing.
What? You watch these two guys, Cunningham, the veteran, and Moss, the rookie, and I don't know how you stop them.
I don't either, and you know, and they're so fun to watch. I mean, you know, you can put 2 guys on them, that doesn't do any good.
Just toss it out there, and Randy Moss is going to come down with it. The Cowboys showing blitz. Minnesota hits Randy Moss, breaks a tackle, and Randy Moss races down the sideline, and Randy Moss just outruns everybody into the end zone. He is incredible.
I mean, what can you say about Randy Moss, right? He's
Moss,
awesome.
here's Charlie Williams, and you're going to see it's just a little 3-yard go.
He was amazing.
He makes a poor tackle or no tackle, and then when Randy Moss gets here, he just outruns everyone. I mean, he is fun to watch.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I remember all of these games, but some of them stick out more than others. Like this was when I was living in Minnesota, and the Vikings were my, second team. But yeah, I remember that game. And then there was that time when Peyton Manning threw more touchdowns than interceptions. It was November 25th, 2004, when Colts quarterback Manning threw 6 touchdown passes and tied for the most on Thanksgiving Day with Bob Greasy back in 1977. They beat the Lions 41-9. And as much as I hate it, J-Faz, can you please play that one?
With pleasure.
Back when I had Peyton Manning.
And that way they can't rush to pass him.
It's 2nd and goal for Indianapolis. Looking for the quick strike and finding it. Touchdown Colts, Brandon Stokely.
Well, the Colts really struggled that time on that drive.
Yeah, didn't they?
Oh, my gosh, did they make it look easy? And again, when you play the Colts, you're a corner, way outside, you better be ready to tackle Edgerrin James.
Again, a fake into the line. Manning throws. Touchdown. Touchdown, Brandon Stokely, his 2nd of the quarter.
Manning makes the fake, looks to his right, doesn't like it, just wheels to the
Colts
left.
helmet. Oh, so also
And
Detroit's,
Brandon
right?
Stokely again, wide open. Fernando Bryant didn't even think of biting up that time.
3rd down and 5 for the Colts. Across the middle, it's the safety valve, and the man is tearing him up. Brandon Stokely makes the move, and Stokely is, they're saying, out of bounds back at the 2-yard line. Now we've got a signal for a touchdown. First official said he was out at the 2.
Puts in.
He's definitely.
Bodies over it. Touchdown.
Number 3 on the day.
If I was a defense, Jim, I would stay back. I think I've learned my lesson.
2nd down and 9. Passing it around. We got another target this time. It's Marvin Harrison. Touchdown Colts.
It's wonderful when you throw a touchdown pass. Marvin Harrison made such a beautiful move on the outside. Fernando Bryant had no chance. Look at that. Fake inside, fake out, wide open.
Inefficiency, touchdown efficiency. Inside the 20 is that red zone. Manning on 2nd down, dumps it across the middle. Looking for the end zone, and Marvin Harrison has it. Touchdown Colts.
Wow. Marvin Harrison coming underneath the formation. The tight end goes up the field. He comes underneath, and they run it every single week.
That's Manning, right?
I watch it,
Jim,
I watch it on film. I know the players enjoy it. And look, we don't have to just pick one. This has been such a good outing by this Colts offense. Might give up many. Oh, wide open.
Number 6 for Peyton Manning. Marvin Harrison.
I mean, I personally think Manning's one of the best that's ever played the game.
The play action fake inside. Watch Marvin Harrison. Oh, what a job by him. Didn't notice that the first time. He fakes like he's going to block one of the defensive backs, and the defensive back thinks it's a run. We talked about it earlier. You say you're not going to go for the run fakes, but when you get in the live action, you haven't seen it before, you always fall for it. And look at the offensive line up front.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that one too. I think that's the year I threw the turkey, not
You
the
threw the
dress.
turkey, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I threw the turkey out the door. Yeah.
I don't
Okay, next. We don't have a video clip on this one, but I thought it was worth noting. In 2010, Tom Brady finished with a perfect passer rating. He completed 21 of 27 passes for 341 yards and 4 touchdowns in the Patriots' 45-24 slaughter of the Lions. The Patriots actually trailed 24-17 midway through the 3rd quarter before Brady threw 3 touchdown passes in a span of 13 minutes and 30 seconds. In 2012, the play forever nicknamed the butt fumble, when the New York Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez's confusion on what play he was throwing caused a 49-19 loss to the Patriots. We do have that clip.
We talked to Tom Moore then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive.
I have never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people, forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the backside of Brandon Moore that knocked the ball out.
Jeez.
That's one nobody will forget, right?
Yeah, that's Tom, are you here?
Okay, well, we can't have a Thanksgiving show without talking about the late, great John Madden. and the famous turducken. John Madden believed that Thanksgiving is about family, football, food, tradition, and fun. And of course, the famous turducken. Madden, the legendary NFL coach turned broadcaster and video game pioneer, called 20 Thanksgiving games during his career, where his turducken, which is a deboned turkey stuffed with a deboned duck, stuffed with a chicken, became a holiday delicacy. John Earl Madden was born April 10th, 1936, and deceased on December 28th, 2021. He was an American professional football coach and sports commentator in the NFL. He served as the head coach of the Oakland Raiders from 1969 to 1978, leading them to 8 playoff appearances, 7 division titles, 7 AFL AFC championship game appearances, and the franchise's first Super Bowl title in Super Bowl 11. Never having a losing season, Madden holds the highest winning percentage among NFL head coaches who coached at least 100 games. As of the end of the 2023 season, Madden had the most wins as head coach in Raider history with 103 wins. Madden once said, "There's no place that I would rather be today on Thanksgiving than right here, right now, at a football game." And his legacy will shine the most during post-game interviews where players from the winning team will likely dig into a turkey leg before heading back into the locker room. It's pretty clear that there will never be another John Madden to bring us the joy, warmth, and excitement on Thanksgiving Day games. J-Faz?
Coming up on the Madden Cruiser.
Well, we had one before the game out there. We had one turkey there. There's Willie, our driver, Dave, other driver, and there's a turkey. And if you notice, like the girl says, here's a leg here and a leg here and a leg here. There's 4 legs. And I think this one may have, a couple down there too. But we have these turkey legs that we're going to give out after the game.
Little piece of pie gone already.
Right there. Well, you never know. I don't know who's in that bus when I'm up here. I don't know who's down there. But I know that 6-legged turkey's there.
Yep.
And we're going to have those 6 legs to give out to the MVPs of this game.
But we got a turducken, right?
Yeah. This is a turducken right here where we got, what a turducken is? A turducken, this thing here is a deboned duck stuffed in a deboned chicken, stuffed in a deboned turkey, cut sideways, and you get a little turkey and a little chicken and a little duck. Now that's there. That's turducken. Then over there we have the turkey. See, now here's the turkey. We got 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs, 4 legs, 5 legs, 6 legs. But anyway, here's how you slice it. See, a lot of people don't know. You have to slice it down the middle. See, and then you slice it across this way, because what it is, it's a deboned chicken stuffed in a deboned duck, stuffed in a deboned turkey. It's really 5 different things. It's a chicken, a duck, a turkey, and 2 kinds of dressings.
And are you going to have one on your Thanksgiving table?
Yeah, I'm going to have one. I have to bring it though, but because here's a picture of one.
Turducken.
Yeah,
picture. That is it.
And you see, you cut it like right down here. See, and then this is what it looks like inside. See, so you got turkey,
right in there with the stands,
and then dressing, and then chicken.
Oh,
and then you just have to do it that way, or if any of that makes sense.
Now, can I get some hoisin sauce with that? That's unbelievable.
This stuff is looking good and smelling good and tasting good. We got to dig in and start eating now.
It is good, but you got to hurry because the bus is running. It's getting close to game time. We got to get headed for the Silver Dome, and we just like to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys back in the studio.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Oh, sorry, I'm answering you and I had my mute on. Yeah, that was fun. Going back memories, it's so much fun. Well, that's about it for me, but we cannot do a show without finding out if Coco finally got a pick right last week and earned a Thanksgiving, I don't know, piece of turkey or something.
Let's take a look.
Coco. We're back. Thursday night football. We got the Steelers versus the Browns. Good divisional game, Coco. Coco, in your expertise of picks, who is winning this game? Are you ready? Set. Go. The Steelers.
Oh my God! Again, another wrong one.
In Coco's defense, who picked the Browns to win that game?
Really? For real? Who would have thought the Browns to pull that off?
Oh
Yeah, I think Coco's going to go hungry this year.
Jeez. Well,
telling you.
wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Janie. Hopefully, Coco's got to get one right this year at least. So,
Hopefully.
Great job. All right, everybody, we are coming down to the end here, but we do want to get our picks done. So let's go ahead and get our picks if we can. So we have number one on the list here, Kansas City Chiefs at the Carolina Panthers.
Chiefs.
Everybody in agreement with the Chiefs? I mean, I know.
No, I will take the Panthers.
Are you really?
Yes.
I am taking the Panthers even.
Oh, my.
The hate for Patrick Mahomes is real.
All right, Eric. I mean, what do the chat want?
Chiefs, obviously.
Chiefs.
Okay.
They didn't bump their head.
Yeah. Janie, who do you want? Janie.
Oh, the Chiefs, yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears.
The
Vikings.
Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
All right. So we're pretty much all.
Vikings in the chat.
Everybody wants Vikings?
Yeah, I want
there's the
Vikings.
Bears in there, but
Vikings.
it's mostly Vikings, and I want Vikings.
All right. Very good. Next up, we have Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans.
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 I guess I'm going to have to take my Titans.
You're going to take the Titans, huh, Wally?
Yeah.
I guess so. Your avatar shows it. So, yeah. What's the chat thinking here? Well, we have a couple Texans. Okay.
All Texans so far.
Yeah. All right.
One Titans comes killing.
All right. So we're going to go with the Detroit Lions at the Indianapolis Colts. And this might be a little bit good game, though.
And take the Lions.
Yeah, same.
Lions.
Taking the Lions.
Lions.
I will, too. We look like Lions in the chat so far.
Yep, all Lions.
Now, chat, you guys have a little bit to play with here, too. You can always do that. So, okay. Next up is the Patriots and the Dolphins.
What the hell, Jay
Taking the
Faz?
Dolphins.
Everybody's going with Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And, yeah, looks like pretty much.
Two Pats, two Dolphins so far in chat.
All right, let's go. Mary Lou, tiebreaker.
Oh, Mortal Kombat said Fins.
Okay.
Dolphins came late.
All right. How about Tampa Bay at New York Jets or Giants? I'm sorry.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa
Yep,
Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Everybody feeling good about that one too? What's chat thinking?
Not feeling good. Tampa Bay hasn't won in a month and a half. I know.
We got Tampa Bay in there though.
Tampa. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll go with Tampa on that one. How about big game? Wait a second. This doesn't seem right here. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. I have the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders, but
That's right.
Oh, that's for today.
That's right.
Mhm.
Today, yeah.
All right, I'm going to take Washington.
Washington.
Me too.
Yes.
Cowboys.
Well, Wally, it's not a bad pick. They always play him good, so. Yeah, all right. Everybody seems to be Redskins on this one.
Wally's going for that golf score.
All right, another big game here today. Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Easy peasy Broncos. Come on now.
All right, now this is the one that's gonna put me into the victory spot right now for our Survivor pool. So I'm just letting everybody know.
It is a division game, though.
It is.
Shit.
All right, so we're pretty much everybody. Well, everybody, yeah.
Looks like the Broncos, yeah.
One person picked the Raiders. One.
Yep.
And you're questioning it. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
All right. San Fran at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Ooh.
San Fran doesn't have their quarterback.
Packers. I'm going with
Packers. Yeah, Packers.
Rock's out.
Yeah. Packers, yeah.
I believe in San Fran on this one.
You heard their quarterback's out, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let him do it. Let him do it. That'll give me the lead.
Do you know who the backup is, Tommy?
I don't.
I don't either, yeah.
Okay.
Chat has
And
Packers.
looks like Packers.
Yep.
I don't know who Sugar Bean's picking. Oh, the Packers. That's right. Okay.
Of course.
How about the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks?
Ooh. Man,
I'm
that's
taking the Seahawks.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seahawks.
Arizona.
Wally wants Arizona.
Good job, Wally.
I had to think about it.
I did too.
Well, looks like most people in chat want the Seahawks. And Jeannie, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm really struggling. I'm kind of wanting to go with the Cardinals on this one. I don't know why.
You want the Cards, all
Cardinals
right.
are good this year. They're a good fucking
They
team.
really are.
I honestly
Yeah.
think they're the better team, but they just fucking let me down, so I don't pick them.
If they were playing at home, I would have chose Arizona on that.
I 100% would have. And even Vegas is, I think it's only minus 1.5. So essentially Vegas has Arizona too because of the 3 points home field advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. We're getting chat pick the Cards. Okay. We'll change it. And Janie, you definitely want the Cards, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut.
All right, good job.
I don't know why. Yep.
How about the Philadelphia Eagles at the LA Rams?
Eagles.
Yeah,
I'm
Eagles.
gonna go. Yeah, Eagles.
Yeah, me too. What's chat thinking and Wally?
I think the Lambs.
Okay.
All right. Chat's
Chad has
taking
the Eagles.
All right. Next up, we have, which I think this is the night game tonight, is the Baltimore Ravens at the LA Chargers.
Slaughter. The Ravens are going to destroy them.
Yeah.
Slaughter.
Ooh.
I'm going to go LA.
They're going to see. This is a chance for the Broncos to close in, baby.
I'm going with the Ravens.
Janie, you better think about
I
this.
already said Ravens.
Wow. All right. Me and Sparky, we stand together on this one for sure.
All right. Solidarity.
All righty. So next up, now we have our Thanksgiving games on Thursday. So we have the Chicago Bears at the
Lions.
Detroit Lions. I am
Lions.
Detroit because they typically play pretty good on Thanksgiving there.
They do?
I think they do.
They will this year. They haven't
this
always.
year.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to take them, but what we just watched, I didn't see them win one game.
You're
They
right.
did. They did actually. They beat the Bears 55 to something on one of the ones there. But it hasn't been pretty for them late in the past. But that's why I am a true fan.
Yeah, well, if they were playing maybe a little bit higher caliber team, I might go against them. I don't know. Anyways,
I wouldn't this year.
middle game of Thanksgiving is the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. I am going with Dallas.
I'm going to go with Dallas.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
Really?
Yep. You want the Giants? I've got you down, Janie. Giants.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Janie's taking the Giants. Eric wants Detroit. Wally?
Chap's got Dallas too.
Dallas.
All right. It's not a bad pick, though, Janie. It's really not a bad pick. All right.
No, it really.
Then we have, it looks like, the night game on Thanksgiving, which I'm looking forward to, is Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh,
I'm going to take the Dolphins. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
I'm hoping the Dolphins will win. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
You go with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
all
same.
right.
Dolphins.
And then Wally.
Dolphins.
Okay, chat. What do we got here? We got a Packers and a Fins. So we're tied, it looks like, I think. I'm taking them over the Giants in the survivor pool. So is that who you want, Casey? You're thinking Miami? Oh, now we got another Packers. We're still kind of tied here.
Packers.
Packers, all right.
Packers.
All right, guys. And then we do have a Friday game as well. Friday night game is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs.
One of the few times you'll hear me say this. Go Raiders.
You want the Raiders? Huh?
I sure do.
All right. Janie?
Chiefs.
Didn't the Raiders beat the Chiefs already this year?
I kind of thought they did.
No.
I think they did. I think that's their loss.
Beat the Raiders?
Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it
they
wasn't. That's
beat
right. That's
the
right.
Bills
They beat
last
Baltimore.
week, yeah.
They beat the Ravens.
It looks like we have kind of a brutal one here in the chat. We got a Chiefs and a Raiders. No, I guess we got 2 Chiefs and a Raiders, 3 Chiefs. All right. We're going to call it Kansas City.
Raiders are done, unfortunately. Well, yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All right, everybody. So, with that being said, any last words?
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
It was nice taking a trip down memory lane with all of you. Thanks for tuning in.
Heck yeah.
Adios.
Absolutely. Happy
Adios.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
Enjoy the
Thanksgiving.
games. 4th and Go. We'll be back next weekend. Next Sunday, everybody. Look at that bird.
Go Lions.
All righty. Well, thank you next time.
Bye. Bye, y'all.